The second working meeting on the NewPilgrimAge project took place in the Dugo Selo City Hall. The city of Dugo Selo is one of the project partners, says project manager Zvijezdana Budro-Klarić, retiring that this is an international project founded by the European Regional Development Fund, Interact Central Europe. The city project goal is to promote St. Martin's heritage while working closely with partners from Hungary, Slovenia and Italy.
The funds of the city of Dugo Selo amount to Euro 139,000, with 85% coming from the EU's Regional Development Fund and 15% being city funds earmarked for project participation.
When talking about the activities that have been undertaken so far, Zvijezdana Budro-Klarić points out.
So far, we've set up project teams, selected representatives of the local community, headed by the change maker, Dr. Ines Sabotić, as the representative of our community. We've also come up with a communication strategy, devised a shared international project vision for the next 10 years, while today we've been working on the local project vision of the city of Dugo Selo, our vision of St. Martin's heritage and the desired outcome in 10 years' time based on the local community's opinion.
The Hungarian city of Szombathely, St. Martin's place of birth, is the lead partner, with the common goal being that all partners work together on the promotion and tourist valorization of St. Martin's heritage.
When it comes to the city of Dugo Selo and its vision of developing St. Martin's heritage, it was suggested to restore the old church of Et Martinbreg, giving it a sacral function as well as a tourist and cultural function. We would like to restore it in such a way so that the central part displays archaeological findings excavated at the archaeological site next to the old church. The church, which is the building's proprietor, would get its sacral part, whereas the church's bell tower would be turned into a vantage point for all visitors. We'd also like to furbish a traditional wooden house that could be a St. Martin's souvenir shop and a pertinent gallery. Possibly even a St. Martin's themed children's playground, as well as a St. Martin educational trial that would act as a promenade leading to St. Martin's Church. The ultimate goal is to have everything we have on St. Martin arising from our associations, institutions, our tradition, our cultural heritage, our non-tangible heritage gathered in one place and included in our vision for the development of St. Martin's heritage.
For a number of years now, Dugo Selo has had a variety of events, associations and even companies promoting the name of St. Martin.
We have both associations and institutions. Everyone is very much aware of St. Martin's presence in Dugo Selo, so we have Radio Martin and the St. Martin Moto Club. We also have the Terra Sancti Martini Winemakers Association, which came up with Martin's wines too. Additionally, we have the Martin's Rose, two St. Martin's churches, a native book collection named Terra Sancti Martini, and a whole range of other new ideas, a St. Martin-themed quiz for young people. We organize a new event, the St. Martin's Procession, and our traditional St. Martin's Day with the Cultural and Artistic Association Preporod taking part. Overall, there are numerous associations and institutions involved in St. Martin's tangible and non-tangible heritage.
Dr. Ines Sabotić is the president of the St. Martin Culture Center and acts as a local representative of Dugo Selo in the project.
Mi smo zapravo savjetnici.
We're actually advisors in this project because generally I believe that cultural centers can contribute to this development. I think the Hungarians also partnered up with the Hungarian St. Martin Cultural Center, so the experience we've gained over more than 10 years enables us to help improve the project's further development and share our know-how and good practices in some way.
Dajemo nekakvo svoje znanje I dobre prakse.
She is particularly satisfied that this project is somewhat of a continuation of the Along the Paths of St. Martin's Heritage project that kicked off in 2007.
Pa da, evo, stopu
Yes, the first St. Martin's footprint was installed in Martinbreg on the 4th of July 2007, and since then we've installed 18 more. We are hoping to install the 19th footprint in Beli Manastir, and given that arrangements are still underway, I believe that we'll install the 20th footprint by the end of the year. So on average, that's 2 footprints per year.
The then Major Boris Mahach remembers very well when the first St. Martin's footprint was installed.
Jako se dobro sjećam, bila je to lijepa suradnja.
I remember it quite vividly. That was a fantastic collaboration. This initiative was the brainchild of Mrs. Antonia Zaradje Kiš and Ines Sabotić, who are present even today. We immediately saw the potential and got down to the business by installing the first St. Martin's footprint on our old church at Martinbreg. But before that, we adopted the Spittal zoning plan in 2005, envisaging the redevelopment of the area surrounding the old church at Martinbreg. An area comprising 5 hectares has been designated for redevelopment so that summer St. Martin's festivals and other events could successfully take place. I hope this project will be implemented in the future. I'm very happy that such meetings take place because these initiatives are a continuation. Everything seems pretty concrete to me, and there are a lot of people involved, which can be seen even at today's meeting, considering the fact that certain funds have already been allocated by the European Union. I believe that a lot of that will come to fruition.
Će moći realizirati.
One event has already come to life since the NewPilgrimAge project kicked off in Dugo Selo.
Tako je, znači radi se o povorci Svetog Martina ili kako sam je ja nazvao pohod Svetog Martina kroz Dugo Selo.
That's right. We're talking about the St. Martin's procession, or as I call it, the St. Martin's March through Dugo Selo. It was organized last year for the very first time, and I think it was a success, given that it was the first time such an event was organized in Dugo Selo, and the turnout was rather good. I saw that quite a few of my students and residents of Dugo Selo attended. The aim was to advance the non-tangible heritage of Dugo Selo and showcase the good deeds performed by St. Martin's during his lifetime. The procession was planned in such a way so that the route passed through by St. Martin, and the procession contained 5 stops. After that, we went to the St. Martin's Parish Church, where we were greeted by the parish priest and we said prayers honoring St. Martin. The procession then continued through the very heart of the city, and we reached the location where the closing ceremony took place. I'd say the procession was a success. This year we're going to introduce some novelties in the procession. I think it'll be even more beautiful and eventful, and will attract people from other cities, Zagreb and all neighboring cities, so they can witness something the city has never had up to this point. I believe this will become history.
Iz drugih gradova, iz Zagreba i svih ovih okolnih gradova jednostavno da čuju za ovo nešto što grad do sad nije imao i nadam se da će ovo postati povijest.
Ines Sabotić is content with how both the city and individuals within the local community got involved in the NewPilgrimAge project.
Pa ja sam
I'm very content that I believe we'll do many great things in the remaining year or two. I'm particularly fond of these meetings. This was the second one. It is a place where numerous valuable ideas are generated, people come together, talk and exchange information. So actually this meeting and conversation are a great way of conceiving new projects. I think it's extremely useful, and I believe it is excellent for people to come together and engage in conversation to come up with new ideas. It can benefit us all.
malo razgovaraju, da pronađu nekakve nove puteve i da to bude na korist svima.
Još cijeli niz ideja smo dobili.
Representatives of the local community put forward a string of ideas, such as expanding the summer St. Martin festivity and St. Martin's Day in Dugo Selo, organizing a festival dedicated to sacral music, organizing games by Research St. Martin Scouts, organizing a St. Martin-themed quiz by the secondary school, the St. Martin procession. As you can see, our associations and institutions have a lot to offer when it comes to advancing St. Martin's heritage, and we are hopeful that this will be incorporated into the vision and strategy for the next 10 years.
Strategiju i realizaciju u narednih 10 godina.
says Zvijezdana Budor-Klarić, and announces the project's first upcoming steps. The project's duration is 3 years, until 31st of May 2020.
Prvi sljedeći korak je evo nakon našeg...
The first next step is to come up with a nice big vision of the city of Dugo Selo when it comes to advancing St. Martin's heritage. We should look at where we are and where we'd like to be in 10 years. The vision will include all of our ideas, all the riches of our associations and institutions, and all the riches of our tangible and non-tangible cultural heritage. The aim is to make an inventory of all what we have, gather it in one place and start developing, consolidating and promoting it jointly so as to promote together all things related to St. Martin within the framework of this project.
zajednički promovira kroz ovaj projekt.
You can send new ideas and suggestions or elaborate already existing ones and send them to the project manager at zvijezdana.budorklaric@dugoselo.hr. The project's official website is